I'm ready to go this year. You know, if it's feel amazing. Yeah, if foot's healed, we're all good.
There are players you kind of talked to that went through similar stuff with long-term injuries.
Yeah, one guy I leaned on a lot was Solo. You know, not that it's ever a compare game, but that guy's been through a lot. And seeing the way he attacks his rehab, his recovery, the way he continues to come back, he's a very resilient guy, one of the toughest people I've ever met. So having him in the same locker room, it's really nice.
What was the hardest stretch during that time for you?
It's typically after a surgery. You know, you can't walk for a while, no weight bearing. You know, the leg atrophies quite a bit. So getting everything back under you, it's tough, but I feel amazing now.
Going through all this, did your motivation ever waver in football?
Oh, definitely not. No, seeing the opportunities in this offense, seeing how good we were last year and how much we can elevate into next year, it's just all the more motivating.
What was that like for you to watch the transformation last season?
It was really cool, but it was tough. You know, obviously I would have liked to be more of a part of it, but you got to take things in stride, control what I can control, and make the most of it.
Your group doesn't get mentioned too much, but how optimistic are you that the tight ends are going to play a bigger role this year?
Oh, very optimistic. I think we're kind of like a more silent hero of the team. You know, you don't get as much glorification, but we're in there getting down and dirty with the O-line, helping block on the perimeter, running routes with the receivers. I think we're going to have a really big role this year.
Where are you working the most? At H-back, tight ends,
or? Anywhere they call me, I'll take reps wherever.
Was there a particular just kind of realization or, some development that you feel like you made maybe mentally or otherwise, just, being out for a while?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of personal development and mental growth that happens. You get challenged a lot. It's tough. Every day you have to show up with the same mentality that you want to get better, you want to stay healed. And there's certainly times where you feel down, you might have a setback, but it's important to stay positive, to attack every day with a good attitude, and things will work out.
What's it like being the older vet in the tight end room?
It's weird, man. It's definitely different. I'm used to having older guys like Josh and Eric before, even Malcolm, but now I'm the oldest guy. It's a little weird coming off an injury, and not being able to kind of participate as much, trying to lead from behind, lead from the back, but I think I found a good way. I communicate well with everybody. It's certainly an honor to be in this position.
Were there moments during that time where you maybe thought you were going to come back, but then there was just kind of a setback
you always want to push yourself as hard as you can, and sometimes your body doesn't respond the way you want it to. So just being in tune with it, very communicative with the medical staff here, and it all worked out.
What would it mean to you to have a full productive season?
A lot. It's been tough. That's been my goal for a few years now, is to be able to play in every game, participate as much as I can, and that's certainly the goal this year. I think we can do it.
Is there you got to prove something kind of element to it all?
To an extent, but I've proved everything I need to myself. I know exactly what I can do. I know there's some things that are just out of your control, and these kind of freak accidents are tough to deal with, but I've worked my tail off to get back, and I'm really excited for this season.
You seem like you're in very good spirits.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What's the biggest example of the culture change that has happened here, would you say? The biggest evidence of it?
I'd say the accountability stuff. I think I mentioned that last time I was in the media like 10 years ago, but guys are showing up to every single thing that's required on time, to meals, classes, rehab appointments, whatever it may be. There's across the board complete compliance with that.
Say one more?
Coach Simmons said that Cliff, some of his biggest impacts so far was helping out with just kind of situational stuff and this and that. What have you seen so far, the impact he's brought as an analyst after kind of watching?
Yeah, he's awesome. It kind of like, I like to think of him as like the liaison to Coach Riley. You're not always going to be able to talk to the head ball coach, offensive coordinator, and having him in between really helps mediate everything. He's great to talk to, and very honored to have him on staff.
Thank you, Jude.
Of course.
Thank you.
Appreciate